Oh, we're all wearing white today. Or me and John.
Oh my god, we're all so pure.
I'm wearing white as well.
Oh.
No, you're
Oh my god, that blur is horrendous. What is this blur? Hello everyone and welcome to the semi-final Deliberation. We are here to bring angelic feedback and we're gonna be the nicest judges and we're just
angel white.
We all decided to throw on white today. God knows what happened. But hey, it's really convincing since we're in the semi-cycle.
Yeah,
I don't really know if it's gonna be angelic or not.
I mean,
I'm not sure the white.
I'll be nice this time. How about that?
Me too.
John being nice for once.
I'm gonna be really nice because I won't even be judging this round, so
Hey.
I may comment on some of them though. We'll see.
Of course.
Today, we are tasked with the big responsibility of picking the top two. And I'm pretty sure all of us are nervous. I know I am. Petrie's just like,
Petrie's here for the vibes, bro. I'm stressed on my mind.
No, I am nervous. Because I don't have a say, I can't do anything. Please do the right choice.
Wait, has anyone used a star yet?
I have.
Other than me.
No,
But
and you
haven't.
also have your star back because Heso didn't use his, so technically
Yeah, you get to
everyone
save
could go through. Or can they?
no.
Please
Wait,
don't do that.
No.
we have.
I think we
Please don't.
No,
don't do that.
because in the final we are going to judge on their entire bodies of work, so maybe we shouldn't even use our stars, to be honest.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think it makes sense to just kind of invalidate the stars up to this point. It's already semis. We gotta make sure we streamline everything.
Are we posting it now?
No.
Oh dear.
No, this time is different because there are only 6, so we're actually going to start with the feedback, and then after all of that we place our votes. And the voting is gonna be in a separate part this time, so it's gonna be a voting after the result. So maybe it won't be spoiled as much.
Are we going in alphabetical order?
That works for me. So let's start with Cameron.
So nervous.
He did pick my song, and I'll be real.
I'm so upset about that.
I'm surprised.
No one picked any of mine.
Oh.
Hey, man, it's not because yours aren't good, man. All right, but even so, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a bit disappointed. Let me start with the positives, to be clear. I'm not mad with the performance. It's more I was expecting a little bit more. He sounds really good on the song, I'll be real with you. I like how he sounded. It was really clean, which isn't necessarily bad for this song because the line is kind of just very streamlined. It's really simple, but can have a really powerful effect when you use it properly, mostly with the growls and like expressions and whatnot. But overall, it was middle of the road, and that depresses me. See, I like how he sounded. He sounded clean. He sounded nice. He tried to do a little growl at the end, like actual 21 Pilots did during like I don't even remember which clip it was, but he did the whole growl thing, and it sounded like it was what he was doing. And at first, he sounded really nice, but then it just dipped down in pitch for whatever reason, and it just made it off key. Then he had to like move his way back onto the key, and it was really awkward. And the transition into everything was just. I feel like he could have just done another take. It's disappointing, but overall, it's pretty good.
I called the police on you for that feedback.
Did you guys hear that?
I just heard it.
New York, so many sirens.
I think there's a danger of picking your songs, John, because you get super critical of songs you like. So,
but it's not even me trying to be critical of the songs it's not even me trying to be like super hyper critical of him. This is just my genuine opinion, even if it wasn't my song. Because the other ones, like I've heard and I see where problems lie. The way he sings "My Body's on the Line" during each part was really smooth, and I liked that change. It was a creative liberty, and he took it, and it was good. It added to the performance. All right, so it was just that one little growl bit that was just a bit kind of off, but overall it was good. I just say middle of the road because it's like I think he could have done a lot better, you know?
I actually think the growling was the climax of the song, and it's not supposed to be clean. It's supposed to be a little dirty and imperfect. But that's the raw emotion of the song. I thought I wasn't gonna have strong feedback, but I have strong disagreements already. So
I mean, it's fine, no, because again, like that's fair though, because again, the growl needed to be gritty. I didn't want it to be clean. In fact, another performance that is again my song, so I feel like you might have a point, low-key. But again, another performance, the same kind of situation happened, but we'll get to that later. Yeah. But I do agree, of course, the growl didn't need to be clean. I'm glad it wasn't. But I guess it was mainly the pitch. And then the way he had to kind of re-transition because he went off key at the final few seconds. And then he had to be like, oh, hold on, let me move right back into lane. That's just kind of what, you know?
All right, let's hear from one of the judges that actually have a say.
Can I go next?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't really know what you mean by the pitchiness on the growl. I'm gonna start with my general feedback though. I said good emotion, good energy, good diction, except for the word I. I said that it was sometimes too round to the point where it sounded like you were saying ah instead of I. Good phrasing and musicality. However, I'm very glad I asked for raws, because if you compare, like obviously audience is not going to be able to hear the raws, but the difference between the raws and the mixed version is the raws, you can really hear that when he sings the very falsetto-y notes, he's not supporting it very well. Like, I was listening to the mixed version, I was like, yeah. And then I listened to the unmixed version, I was like, no, because it sounded so good, and like I think the analog delay really added that like nice like reverb, and I think like it really helped tie it together. But then without that, you could really hear the breathiness to the point where it sounded like shaky almost, or like pitchy. So that was a big technique thing. I said shaky and not fully supported, and I said make sure your expression doesn't result in your poor technique, because I understood why he was trying to get that very breathy, like kind of like tapering off sound, but you still have to support it. You can still sound very breathy, but not be genuinely like leaking air. Some like fading moments, like decrescendoing words, are pitchy. Again, means you're letting off too much on your breath support. I said nice tone, and a thing that like I think this kind of ties into what John was saying. I said make sure you build a little more overall throughout the song towards the rock section so it's not so jarring. Because I think he did the growl and then he backed off too much in the energy to where it was like, oh, what happened? Like,
that switch up into like
that's what
really
I
clean sound.
Yeah, I think you need to keep that intensity. Obviously, don't keep growling for the rest of the thing. But it should be that same type of intensity, because you don't have to growl to have that intense like feeling or energy.
I think I'm not gonna comment too much on the technical aspect of every single performance here. I think I'm gonna focus a lot more on the performance aspect of it, because like objectively, everyone here is a good singer, but like are they a good artists? And so, Cameron, as always, great and clear audio quality and emotional delivery and dynamic showcase are present. And finally, some falsetto head voice showcase that I've remembered from you, at least in this entry. And I appreciate the dynamic build-up and the gritty rock vocals implementation towards the end, but I do agree with the judges that they're kind of abrupt right after that. And I think I was kind of proven right when, of course he's gonna pick this song. I'm not gonna sound like a broken record, so I'm not gonna repeat everything that I said up to you regarding variety and versatility, because it's who you are. But I do definitely think that you could have done more to the song, because like it's still pretty much as come package, except for the build up to the gritty rock vocals, because like I do appreciate that you're fast at working on these entries, but like I think you should have taken some more days to like really perfect it, really explore it, really put your creativity into it, because like some things are kind of empty in my opinion. There are just some stuff that you could have added into the thing to make the whole entry sound more interesting and more connected to you. And so if you end up making it into the final, we don't know yet. Please take into consideration on how you're going to perform your song choice, because I repeat, I would need you to showcase more than the blueprint. Be creative, be inspiring, and take a risk on how to deliver more than just what is arranged. And such things are like to add harmonies, add ad-libs, a melody change, anything that you could think under the sun to make it more interesting.
Yeah, I actually think he always kills it basically, so he doesn't need that much more time. But it is true that if you submit within a couple of days of the round being announced, then it's probably not the best it could be. So just take some more time to really critically analyze your performance and think which parts can I polish to make it sound even better. Because this is not a live performance competition, so it doesn't have to be a one take or something. You can do several takes and take the best parts from those takes so that even your raw stems are as good as they can be.
Yeah, like I said, like objectively, Cameron is a good singer and he knows what he can do. But like, is he doing more than the other people? I don't know. And hey, I don't know.
Let's move on.
Okay, next person, Carlos.
And it's a win for Hooney.
Oh no, okay. Hi, Carlos. Thank you so much for picking my song. And I think this is definitely out of your comfort zone. I can tell. Again, great audio quality and clean and delicate performance. Again, riff and runs appreciated. And dynamic showcase, emotional delivery, and vocal transition showcase present. And this is the opposite of Cameron. I love the artistic creativity showcase you present here. And as always, excellent harmony arrangement. And you did really well on those "Just Let Me Love You" part of the choruses. And I love the bridge and how you picked it up to a chesty belt, because the original single doesn't really do a chesty belt. Like I said, I did predict that if you were to do this song, some qualities will like come out, and that is like some places come up slightly throaty and also really nasal. But then again, the original singer himself is pretty much singing like a countertenor and has a very high larynx placement. I don't know if you're intending to sound close, but it's what I hear. It's really throaty. It's really like kind of blocked, and then also quite nasal as well. So it's definitely a long-term homework for you to find that sweet spot to be able to switch to chest to slightly mixed voice in your middle range in order for you to be even more dynamic than you already are, because I think the dynamic variations in your mid-range is kind of lacking in this song, especially.
I'm allowed to talk about my song, right? I don't have to just... Of course.
Yeah.
Be vague.
Why did he
Carlos! Carlos, why? I really wanted you to choose your idol because there's so much going on. There's so much range in it. There's floaty moments. There's rap. There's just so much in it. Like, okay, not gonna lie, for all my songs, I chose pretty hard songs, especially for people like who I wanted to just see like a huge variety or specific moments. But like every single song I chose, I think they were pretty challenging, at least like compared to what other work the singer had done. I don't know. I just felt like your head voice wasn't completely supported in some areas. I'm actually surprised that, like, I feel like a lot of singers I've listened to this season have a little bit of struggle when it comes to supporting breathier parts. Your riffs? Oh no, your riffs! Your riffs were great. I was actually very shocked. I was like, oh, those are very clean. You're still sliding in some places, which is like an ongoing issue. Like when I mean sliding, I mean like you slide to the note instead of just getting there. It's like a pet peeve of mine. Every time I hear it, I'm like, goodness gracious. Okay. Good emotion, good energy, good phrasing. And your layering is always very timed and very cohesive. Another thing, I think this might also have to do with your breath support, but some of your decrescendos, like when you fade out of a note, like it's kind of shaky. I'm still so sad. Why couldn't we hear you rap, man? That'd be so cool.
That would have actually been really sick. I wouldn't even lie.
Oh my god. Okay.
I mean, because to be honest, when I picked the song I did, it was just because I wanted to hear him sing that song specifically, because I think he's done really good on it. I'll be the best. But like this one, I am pleasantly surprised. I won't even lie, because I've heard him do more delicate pieces in the past. Obviously, it's not like I haven't heard him be able to be soft and very like, controlled with a lot of his notes and stuff. But this was like a whole different ball game. And I think he did really well. It's basically everything everyone else said, and I just kind of be repeating. So all I can say is, bro, just keep cooking up, my guy, because this was really good.
Oh wait, oopsies! I missed a piece of feedback. I skipped over it.
Let's go ahead.
Oh dear. Okay, I didn't notice that much dynamic contrast.
Yeah.
Like, because the song is mainly very, like, head voice falsetto-y. I don't want to say it's because you didn't choose the right song. I just didn't. I didn't think there was. You did as much as you could within that song. Like, I really don't think you could have done, like, a full dynamic range with that song choice. So.
And I'm disappointed that he didn't pick my song either, because if he was this close, he told me. I'm so sad about to hear Insatiable.
At least you got a pick. Be quiet.
Yeah, I got one. I'm really sad for you.
Bro, I'm surprised I got as many as I did. I'll be real. Like, I'm surprised
Huni
that you
and John are the winners of this round.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh,
Boo!
To be completely fair, I picked this song because of his issues. And that is like you said, his dynamic showcase here are not as good as he usually could do. And that's because his mid-range is lacking in that like dynamic variation. Like he's not able to go as soft. Like he's really chesty, he's really here. But like he's not going up. That's what I want to hear. And he couldn't do it, so that's a shame.
Yeah.
Okay, I see you.
I actually agree the most with Angelina. I also find this sliding a big pet peeve. I think his runs are really impressive, but they are not as defined as a Ty's runs. So that's still an area of improvement. But still, not many people in this competition can do runs. So.
Yeah. I mean,
runs are.
I'll do it. I'm just kidding. No.
You're comparing him to Ty, which is the king of runs. Yes.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that,
We're
man.
supposed to be comparing them to each other. That's the whole point.
No.
Yeah.
I mean,
oh god, please don't keep that in.
I meant to say I agree.
And honestly, when we get to Ty, bro, I have so many good things to say, but I have one very specific bad thing to say that I'm kind of.
Oh, I think I know what you're gonna talk about. I think I know.
I think you know too, because it's hard to find out.
Oh, next one is Labis.
Should we go directly to Ty?
My powerhouse queen!
No.
It's a good
Why would we go to
segue.
Ty? Come on, alphabetical. That's fair.
Okay, sure.
Alphabetical.
Actually, if we really wanted to be fair, we should do in order of submission. But like, it's already too late for that.
I was gonna say it's kind of too late.
Okay, let's go.
It's too late.
We're gonna have to keep
Maybe
the suspense for Ty later.
You can go ahead.
Okay.
I don't want to start me.
Really?
I'm not sure it was a good idea handing it to me then. Okay, well, Labis, I usually really like your entries, but this one was just a little. I don't know.
I don't know why you're getting nervous. Speak your truth, gang.
I'll start with your technical stuff. This one's just like a mix note. I feel like it was very muddy at some layered moments to where I was like, whoa, what am I listening to? Like I couldn't decipher some parts because they were so like crammed. I felt like they were like crammed together to where I couldn't decipher it. Like obviously it wasn't inaudible, but like it definitely was.
Yeah,
it wasn't layered as well as it could have been. One big thing that got me, I just felt like it was so talky. I know the original is like that, but you're not singing live, so I feel like you could have done more with the like melodic part of the song and like be more musical. Another thing. Okay, actually, I'm gonna switch to more positive stuff and then end it off with more critique. Nice power as usual, nice energy, nice diction. Okay, now it is time. Your breathy moments are not properly supported. I know I said 3 people now, but like I'm just telling you how it is, okay? They were not properly supported. It just felt like you were being too breathy. I know maybe it was a stylistic choice, but it was to the point where I could tell that it was like like it's like too much. You're leaking air. Some of your riffs are a little sloppy, and your transition. The New York City sounds. Okay, your transition is not technically smooth at 103. Your layering can definitely be better timed. There are a lot of timing things I noticed where it was like slightly off to the point where it's like, okay. Your harmonies are a little dissonant at 39. And oh gosh, your held high note, it sounded very strained, in my opinion. That was very, like, I did not expect that. I was like, whoa, that sounds like it hurts. It was shaky and it was strained. I don't think you placed it correctly. And your end, the riffs at the very end, I felt like it could have been a little smoother in delivery. It was a little bit like, oh, I'm singing this section of the riffs, and then I sing this section of the riff, versus like, oh, it's all cohesive and I'm singing it as a whole.
I feel like she has lost her control in the last two rounds.
Yeah.
In last two rounds. I don't know what's happened, because she usually has amazing belting, but this sustained belting was insane.
It might have been. I think maybe it was in her break. That's what my thought process is. Maybe like it was right in between her head mix and like chest mix.
Yeah, because when she got up to her break, it went really uncontrolled and strained.
Yeah, it's called like passaggio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, nerd.
And I was also about to bash Huni for the song choice due to the talkiness, but then there was the amazing long belting in the end. That could have been amazing. So I don't know. See why you picked it, and you can still make.
I'm not a big fan of that song. I think there are better songs. Oh wait, speaking of,
no.
Levis, why did you choose mine?
If you would have chosen Beth Hart's Love Is a Lie, you would have gotten so much more versatility than you already have. So
the reason why I gave you, I know I chose 2 K-pop Demon Hunter songs, okay?
But what's wrong with it? What's wrong with it?
Okay, but this is what it sounds like. It's so vulnerable, and I feel like we haven't gotten more of that emotional vulnerability. And it also has really nice like layering, there's harmonies, and I feel like you definitely could work on your harmonies. I feel like they can be timed better. So that's why I chose that song, because it's very vulnerable in the beginning. You can really hear the emotion. And then later it builds and it's like beautiful. And I just, like why? Like why? No!
We're gonna be hearing Angelina's whining for the entire episode.
I'm okay with it. Some of it's valid. I'll be real. Cause like
Carlos and Lebis were the biggest like song like I was like man, like I really wanted them to choose
Come
those.
on now, man.
The other ones I'm not so passionate about, so I won't be like this. I won't be like sorry.
But that's fine. I think I was gonna say I should go next because I don't have as much commentary as Huni will have, and it'll kind of just be redundant. So I'm not gonna lie. So like Lebis, you're my powerhouse queen from day one. You know, so alright, but just this was. Yeah, also I liked it, but to quote Angelina, basically, it just felt like you were kind of trembling the entire time. Like when you were reaching the higher parts, it felt really strained sometimes, and like again the riffs sometimes felt a little bit like we could have done better. That last bit though, that was tough. All right, okay, that last bit I like that one. I'm gonna keep that one for myself. Otherwise, it was good. It felt like you were kind of just belting for belting's sake at some points. But that's just my opinion.
I love this. I'm scared. Okay.
That man is terrified.
In contrast to Angelina's comment, this is actually the only song that I picked that I looked forward the most. And oh my god. Okay. Let me just start with the positives. I
was gonna say, why do you seem more scared than the contestant should be?
Because it's scary. Your round tone will always be so lovely. Like I did not regret picking this song for you by Ray, because when it comes to you, I believe you have a mezzo tendency to your range, and that's why I picked Ray for you, because like it's in your range to the very top of your break voice. The vocal transitions are kind of clean, and I appreciate the added ad-libs and harmonies outside of the pre-existing harmonies. And I do love the ending riffs and runs. It definitely showcases your ability to be slightly delicate. And to continue with Angelina's point, this is really talky. If you were able to take some artistic creativity, it's not actually as talky as the way that Lebis performed it. Because like if you hear Ray's rendition in the Grammy Live, it's not actually that talky at all. It's very dynamic, but it is delivered in a singy, talky tone. The dynamic showcase should have been happening there, but it didn't happen. So that's why it's really talky. And also the timing in places, especially during the first half of the song, is too connected, too talky, and too off-sing, and too like some of the parts came out rushed. as well. This actually kind of proved to me that you indeed are able to not sound as shouty, but at the same time, that long sustained notes, I think I apologize for picking this song, but well, you picked it anyway. It really is hurtful to hear, especially during the parts where the instrumental are not there. Like, it brings out your voice to the front, and that is exactly what your voice is breaking right at that moment, so it's only your voice. Like, there's no one to back you up, including instrumentals. So like, this was the one song that I looked forward to the most, but I was kind of disappointed as well. But at least some of her problems are fixed, but she has more problems at the end.
Let's move on to
I've been
Moonjo.
yapping, that's my bad.
Let me go first. Because this was Moonjo. This was the one song. No, this was the one song that I picked that I got. I actually chose Mexico by Carrie Underwood as well. But I understand why you didn't pick that one, because that was a bit too hard, I think. But this one, I knew this would be in your range first and foremost. And it's also just an awesome emotional song that I have been replaying since I heard it in round 2 from someone else. And I have actually made a remix of this one that I want to play to you guys later. Maybe not before you have made the decisions. And it's not because the mixing was terrible per se, but it wasn't that close to the original. And I think without the reverb and delay, you kind of lose the feeling of the song, I think. But I understand why you mixed it that way for a competition, because we have been complaining about reverb. Totally respect that choice. And also, I think it was kind of over compressed, so that also took away some of the dynamics of the song. And I also think that you tend to remove dynamics from songs when you cover them. It happened in your Black Velvet cover as well. You can't blame song choice here. If you were gonna blame it, I don't know yet, but I'm just assuming. Let's move on to voting judge. Because again, I'm not voting this round, so my feedback doesn't really matter, but still I wanted to tell you what I think, because this is the one that I had the strongest feeling about, obviously.
Yeah, Moonjo girl, I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of sad you didn't pick my song. I ain't gonna lie. Like, don't get me wrong, you sang this really well and I like it, but I just kind of want you to sing mine. Anyway, so let's get to the point. You sounded really pretty. To kind of go off of Petri as well, there wasn't really a lot of dynamic contrast or anything. It was kind of samey, but otherwise, like, it was really good. I enjoyed it just flat out. Like, pitch was nice, control was good, head voice was fairly controlled for the most part. About it, pretty good.
I actually forgot to give her positive feedback as well, because I do have that too.
Bro said forgot.
I mean, you really made this your own, and that was really impressive, because it doesn't sound it's very different from the original. So there's that.
Definitely.
You always make songs your own. And that's the hallmark of a great artist. You may not like the version you do, but at least it's your own.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Very interesting choice of the bouncing paneling of the intro. Like, I love it. And oh my god, the head voice. Thank you. Thank you so much for hearing me out. And I also appreciate the vocal transition showcase. Emotional delivery is still present in parts, but I will get to that a bit later. The first half of the song was definitely the better part in this entry, and I appreciate the clean harmonies. Riffs and runs showcase present. I'm sounding like a broken record yet again. But the straight tone delivery is still present, sadly enough. But it's not as apparent as her previous entries, which is a good thing. And sadly enough, it's less dynamic than your previous entries, which makes the straight tone delivery stand out a lot more in this entry. And this is not necessarily a negative, but like, this was like a come and go. I was surprised that it's actually 4 minutes when I listened to it. I was like, wait, it's over? So yeah,
I was confused too.
It just went by. But like I said, the first half of the song was definitely the best part in this entry, because like, I don't know what happened, but like during the second half of your entry, the harmonies were gone. So I was like off-put by that choice. But yeah, definitely something to experiment on, how to deliver emotional intricacies like dynamic variation, like I said, and vibrato, and little playful bits and bobs like vocal cracks, inflections, and much more varieties out there. So experiment with your voice.
By the way, you forgot to include the intro in your raw stems, so I kind of want to have them so I can finish your remix. If I may, please.
Okay.
Oh no.
I didn't wait when you guys were talking about like how she made it her own. What part was it? Because I really like I didn't notice that. Like, what are you referring to in particular?
I'm referring to kind of the whole song, because he kind of changes the melody throughout the song.
See, the problem is, I don't really know the song that well, so
okay.
I think I was just listening to sections and trying to pinpoint like if harmonies were like specifically like there or like I'll be sure to add some extra to that because like that's my bad for not noticing. Here, let's start with the positives. Good pitch. Good emotion, but could use more vulnerability. I felt like in the beginning it could have used a little more of that vulnerable emotion. Your diction was good, but I thought you could have built a little more throughout the song. Maybe compression has a part to do with it, but I didn't feel like there was like a overall build. And I felt like the phrasing could have been a little more dramatic. And it almost felt like your powerful moments were held back. I don't know if it's because you're not belting fully or something, but it just feels like something like you're not going for it. I don't know. Something doesn't sound right. Your rhythm was a little off at moments, I think, unless I'm wrong. Like I felt like it was kind of off the track at some moments. Like it felt like it was like either late or like early or I don't know. Something.
And I fixed that in my remix, by the way.
Okay.
Actually, I hear correction.
Yeah,
why didn't we just submit this?
That's all I had.
Yeah, I think one thing I've noticed with Moonjo is like I almost always have like the least amount of commentary to give because it's almost always just everything was good. There's this slight thing that's kind of iffy, and that's it. It's just samey. I don't know how else to explain it.
Yeah, I felt like I don't know. It just didn't show off as much.
Yeah, I think it's the delivery. Yeah, it's the delivery because like Petri said, Moonjo kind of tends to like remove dynamic from the song. And that's what I feel from this entry specifically. It's less dynamic compared to her previous entries, like I said. And like I
was gonna say, like the one before this had so much more to give. And like, what's it called? Even alright, I'm gonna have to go back to my song because I did pick it for a reason. Okay, so like the whole commentary about us saying like, oh, she needs a bit more dynamics and stuff. The song I picked, it's not necessarily like super full of like dynamics per se, but it does show off your range pretty decently, and I think it would fit your voice. So that's why I picked it, which is why I'm kind of upset now. I guess it's just a downgrade that we're disappointed.
That's kind of why, like, all my songs, I'm the opposite of Huni. I always give the singer the like most like dynamic they can. Like I'm giving them a great template.
Yeah.
I felt like Rise Up would have just been like very dynamic-y, and also it's a very like rich, soulful voice. So I was kind of curious as to what you'd sound like, but you didn't choose my song. But
it depends on how she would have delivered it though, because this original song by Ethel Cain, she has a very rich voice, and that's why I thought it was a good fit for her. But it's about the subtleties again, which I think are missing, especially in the first verse, and also in the beginning of the second verse with the delicate head voice, which she made stronger, I think, if I don't remember it wrong. Yeah.
I mainly chose Rise Up just because there's more belts, definitely. I felt like my perspective was like, I'm gonna give them the option, like if they want to try going for that, like what's out of their comfort zone. So I guess it kind of makes sense that people didn't choose my songs.
I give a song to them for them to fix their problems.
I give songs to them that I think would expand their bodies of work with what they need.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I did.
Yeah, if she would have chosen Mexico by Carrie Underwood, it would have been extremely difficult. But if she did it, she would have country in her body of work, which is a genre that suits this rich quality of voice. And also it has extreme belting in the end and stuff, which she also needs.
Yeah.
See, y'all are better people than me because I just picked them because I think they'll sound good singing them. Like, bro, like almost every single one excluding Moonjo's and Ty specifically. I'm so excited to talk about Ty because that man gave me simultaneously my favorite yet kind of not favorite song. It's so
John, this is John's fault.
Yeah,
this is John's fault. So many people chose his songs and didn't challenge them.
I don't know why they look, man. I just pick songs, man.
I just want to end off with that. I am actually glad that you picked American Teenager because I was looking forward to that the most if it were picked. So. yeah, my heart was happy, but yeah,
Okay.
like we all have said, you
Next one.
Let's go to the next one.
Whoa.
Robert.
Mystical.
By the way,
Thank you.
Whoever picked that song, it was John, right? Yeah.
Me.
No, it was you.
No.
Yeah. Genius
Yeah.
song choice, because that's him to a T. It's weird.
Really?
Just like him.
Oh.
But I think he would have needed a more normal song this time, because I just wanna hear him sing
Bruce said, "I can't have it
for
be
the
extra."
sake of showing singing prowess, and not just be this weird singer like he always is. I don't know. I should respect
I don't
that.
know, man.
I
have very
don't-
strong opinion about this song.
I have literally none. Like wholeheartedly, I'm giving y'all the speed run because
Yeah, you good.
like I don't know what else to say, but this sounded about how I expected.
Yeah.
Like it's
Should I
just no. I'm literally just giving you the feedback now. You'll be able to go right
Oh,
after.
okay,
Trust.
okay.
Yeah, like it was good. It sounded like how I thought it would sound. I have no notes. I felt like I was just listening to another version of the song with a slight vocal variation. That was it. It sounds nice. It's way better than the last performance. Good job.
Okay. This has nothing to do with my score, by the way. But this song is so like memed on. I don't know what side of the internet you guys are on, but like people make fun of this song on like the videos I'm watching. It's like Moonbeam,
All the
nice.
time.
It's like. It was so overplayed. I just like I don't know, man. But my feedback doesn't have to do with my dislike for the song. This round I was very, very careful with my scoring. I had the whole aria like each section in my little. Like, you have my score, and then there's like a little section of like diction. No.
Did you have
But
a
it has,
problem
like, point-
for enjoyment as well, like she does?
No, I don't have that. I think that's kind of really my thing. But
You don't like
enjoy my
enjoying
song.
things. Got it.
Exactly.
no, like I don't think it's fair to score based off enjoyment. At least not in the way I would think about it. Anyways, okay.
All right.
I thought your stylistic choice with your tone was too much at moments. Like it was just I was like, what is this? It felt a little too much. Like you were trying to like play with it, but I think you like played too far. That sounds
Yeah.
weird. Okay. Your technique at the chorus was definitely a little too soft. It should be a little more mixed, and I felt like it wasn't the same type of energy because of your technique. It didn't hit. Your expression choices are not supported with your technique, especially the chorus. This also has to do with like the fact that you were kind of soft. Some of your lines were really talky, especially the word ice cream. I was like, every time I listened to it, I was like, because you'd be like, moonbeam, ice cream. I'm like, oh, it's not like
the English lexicon for that one, bro.
Okay, and then now to the positives. Now to the positives. At this point, like I feel like I always like say the negatives first in my notes because like.
And there's nothing wrong with that. Get the criticism out of the way.
Like the positives were givens because you're this far in the competition. Like I said, nice pitch, nice expression, nice energy, nice emotion. Because like that's pretty much a given at this point. Yeah, but I think main problem with your entry for me was just technique.
Okay, so Robert, thank you for picking my song. I will have to start it like this. This is very Robert. This is the Robert I've been looking forward. Not gonna lie. But at the same time, the dramatization might not be everyone's cup of tea. I appreciate it regardless, but I just have to point out, just like Angelina said, I think it's just his dramatization. They can get a little too much.
He's extra. Just say it like that.
He's an extra singer. And the little lip thrill you included in your intro, I love. And the grit and the slightly whispery delivery in places are always welcome. And I definitely feel that you had fun with this song. But whether it's the good kind of fun or not, we don't know. And I love the layerings, the ad-libs, and the extra fun stuff. And I would clean up the timing a little bit because I noticed some places where you kind of drag the lines a little too long or started a bit too early. So, and also, like Angelina said, mind your voice resonance while hitting the higher notes especially, so it doesn't sound as piercing, for the lack of a better word. that would be better, at least in my preference.
Everyone
Let's go to
give
Ty.
their feedback. Yes, let's finally move on to Ty. So now,
Let's go to Ty.
now we get to
Dun, dun, dun.
now we get the big reveal that we've been waiting
It's
for.
not even really. Okay, so let's start off. We don't even need to know. All right. So, firstly, Ty, I appreciate you picking my song. Genuinely, love that you did. Now, I'm going to give you all of the good feedback before I give the one, and I mean singular criticism I have of this entire performance. And it's literally just a generalization of the problem. Riffs, fantastic. Control, fantastic. Pitch, sexy. Love that one then. Alright, watch this now. Head voice, control was good. It was supported. Of course, the harmonies were nice. Some were a little bit iffy at times, but overall, they were really good. Your voice overall and audio quality was clean. Now then, the singular goddamn problem that I have with this performance is the fact that there is no grit, and that's what makes me depressed.
Yes, there is.
Like,
Wait,
Yes, there is.
he has
No.
it. There is.
Hold
There
on.
were several times.
Okay.
hold on. Let me cook.
Okay.
Okay.
Let me cook. To be clear, I am not saying that this man did not have any grit at all, but the parts that there should have been more grit, I didn't hear, or that could just be me. And again, to Petri's credit, it might be because I know the song. So I'm not going to be biased or whatever. I'm just doing this off of my main criticism, but still. Mostly the part where you sing, "You better run," at the last part, specifically. Because most times it's fine. It's just like, "You better run." Like, that was good. That was nice. That was nice. Love that. The problem is I was just kind of hoping that you'd give me the grit that Jacob Banks was giving me, which that might be a problem. I might be comparing a bit too much, but even so, I was hoping to get a bit more grit out of you because your overall control over, like, what's it called? I know it's killing you. Love that part too. That was nice. All right. And then you got to leave. And then you kept going with it and you kept building with it. I like that. And then once you got to the "you better run" to build up to the final part where you better run.
Oh no, it's
Like,
cutting
I
off.
was
It's
hoping.
cutting off.
Yeah. It's fine. Like, once you reach that part, I was hoping for a bit of, like, just edge, some grit,
Yeah.
something in this, but I just didn't get that. It doesn't take away from the performance. I still loved it, and I really do like this cover. It's just that with you specifically, and with a lot of contestants I'm noticing, y'all sound pretty. And that's not a bad thing. But pretty in this competition, for whatever reason, has turned into a slur. I swear now.
I know.
But,
I know.
like y'all sound good, and I like how you sound, but sometimes, like, I want more grit. To go back to Cameron's performance,
You need to be
to go back to Cameron's performance, I think I did him a little bit dirtier than I should. I think I should give him a bit more credit on the growl, to be real, because I do really love it. All right. I like how he did it, and it sounds nice. It was just like, again, the transition, it was way too fast. You had the "on my face," and then it just switched to "did I disappoint you?" Like, why was it so random? Just like, I needed to hear that grit last, and then like, "did I dis?" You know, you got to get that intensity, that volume. You know, you got to keep that going throughout for a little bit more, and then you have "if I cross the line," and then, you know, you go back down. It's the same thing here, where Ty, you did fantastically overall, and I love the performance. I was just really hoping for a bit more grit. Now that I've talked, y'all can go.
So basically more dynamics is what you're saying.
Essentially,
And-
I just wanted to see more from him. It's the reason why I took this song specifically, because I remember when I heard it again, I was like, Ty, could I use this song? This song would have nice for him.
Okay, so Ty, a very Thai song choice yet again. Not complaining though, and And emotional delivery and vocal transitions showcase present, and dynamic showcase present, and lovely riffs and runs as always. And thank you, Belps and Girls again. I love. Okay, high note, I see you. And what was that low note? That was so gross. Yes.
Is that a
was so
good thing?
a good thing, yes. Whoa, like, how long can your voice get? Damn. Okay.
It's killing you. That part?
Yeah. And I think it's missing some reverb, I believe. It's a little dry for the genre. And
true.
some empty spaces and places felt like unutilized. This is regarding artistic creativity.
Yeah, he could have used some ad-libs, I won't lie.
Yeah, because there was one part where it's just instrumental. I was like, wait, where are we going?
That too. Wait, could I interject or do you want to keep going?
Go ahead.
Yeah, like, because normally you have ad-libs like, oh, yeah, stuff like that, you know, to kind of fill in the gaps. And then they have the You Better Run right again right after. You could have done that. Oh, says I plead. You could have used up the space because you just had that stretch of instrumental that I know what Hooney's talking about, where it's just really playing out and you can use your voice with it and add to it. You can elevate it a lot more. I think you could have played around with it more like Hooney said, but get back to your point. Sorry.
Okay. So, and I think this is correlating to John's point, and that is, I also believe that the You Better Run after the bridge could have been either using a little bit of growl to like really build up the tension, or make it a sustained belt instead, because I know that you're lacking a sustained belt showcase. So that could have been good instead of doing a descending run.
Okay, I'm gonna start with my positives. Nice falsetto moments, nice pitch, nice emotion, good riffs like usual, nice high notes at the end, and also did not expect those low notes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I see you. But I said that your diction could be a tad bit clearer at moments. There were some parts in the beginning where I was like, I can't tell exactly what he's saying.
Yeah.
I thought the growls were a nice touch, but I felt like they were kind of just like added. It didn't feel like you had that power throughout that, like the whole song, to where the growls were natural and like they just added to it. It felt like kind of like, oh, now I need some power. Oh, let me just growl here. Okay, I'll growl here too. Also here. Like it didn't feel like it was like a cohesive, like powerful, like song. Yeah. I couldn't tell if your growls were straining. It felt a little bit like you were straining. It didn't sound very like Cameron has these very like whenever he growls, it sounds like technically correct. Where like the least straining you could be, but yours sound like a little forced or like pushed. I said that you just need a little more of that dynamic build throughout the whole song. Like it goes with the power thing. It felt like it needed a little more. And there was some lack of breath support on certain words. I didn't pick them out, but it was a minor issue. It's not like I felt like your whole song was like, oh, the support's really bad. But like there were certain moments where I was like, oh, it sounds like he's like running out of air. Just a little.
Yeah. Could I quick build off of one of the points? Because I really like this song and I really like this performance and I want to give critique. I also haven't really been talking a lot this entire session, so to build off of the point of like the growls kind of feeling placed, it's kind of true. It's mostly because when you go to the build-ups right before the chorus, the let love lead you home and then let redemption keep you warm. You could have put the growls where the redemption starts, so let redemption, you know, you kind of build it up there. So you can get the growl and the power feels natural, and then you lead into the you better run. You know, I think it's just the way you organize some of them feels a little bit off. I wish I could do growls. I've been trying to learn, but it's so hard. But
they're hard.
Anyway, yeah, I think that was just the main thing. And I love this song. That's why I'm kind of heavy on this one specifically. And even so, I still gave him a good score, so it's fine.
I think
I'm so excited to paste the scores.
Yeah, the lack of reverb was probably because we tend to complain about reverb, but it's about a balance. You can have some dry reverb that just adds that full sound and depth to it.
I never complain about the reverb.
We only complained about it in like the audition.
It is when it was really, really bad. Like when it sounded like you were like, it sounded like you were Elsa singing like the sirens, like Okay.
Oh no, cut that out.
The reason I picked my song Goosebumps Never Lie is due to his great belting from last round. I really wanted him to keep that momentum going.
Yeah.
But
I feel like we haven't seen that much power from Ty in general.
Yeah. I still think he did really well, but I don't think he picked the right song choice this round, to be honest.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, my score, I might regret it. I passed this one person through that.
Okay.
I
might regret it.
It's time to move on to the voting part. It's time to actually find out who's gonna be the top 2. I'm scared.
I think the audience star this late is kind of ridiculous.
Actually,
I didn't think that through. But it's too late to change the rules now.
Why can't we just not do it this time?
I don't know if I'm comfortable with changing the rules mid-season. But if every one of you guys agree, then we can blame you guys. So do all of it.
Hey.
Oh, we'll take the fall. We'll take the fall.
Okay.
I'm down for that.
You're the fall guys. Okay.
Okay, the voting is over, and let's just say we had a lot of discussion and a lot of debating, but you'll have to wait and see. You'll have to wait and see in the reveal video.
Ooh.
Dun, dun, dun.
Suspense is gonna kill you for about at least 2 weeks.
Okay, great job, guys. This was an episode filled with plot twists. I did not see this.
Yes.
Drama.
Let me tell you.
Dramatic.
Good morning.
Okay.
Thanks for watching. Stick around so you don't miss the upcoming results. If you like the show, please consider subscribing, giving a thumbs up, and leaving a comment.